Hello and welcome to the York Dukes baseball field here in Elmhurst, Illinois, where the York Dukes face off against the Proviso West Panthers. It's the second time they've done this, the Dukes being the away team in this one. And Proviso West trying to finish up their series. They was rained out the last time, did not have a field available today, so they're playing at the York field. So that's why Proviso West starting out in the field today. Josh Fleming pops up the first pitch he sees over the right side underneath it, and it's going to drop fair for a base hit. The wind carried it a little bit. The first baseman, Joshua Fuentes, could not make the play, so the Dukes start with a man on board to open up this first inning.
Yeah, it looks like he just got caught up a little bit in the sun there, and just got a little, didn't read it well enough.
Alongside Brennen Blanchett, who you just heard. My name is Choi. We welcome you guys to the broadcast. The Dukes undefeated in conference play, looking to keep up their hot streak. Drew Gami digs in, and he takes a ball outside. The Dukes defeated the Lyons Township Lions yesterday, a score of 13-6. Slugfest for the Dukes, along with some solid pitching to go with that. Look out. Fastball up and in. Gami ducks out of the way. So the count moves to 2-0. Jaden Costin, the pitcher for the Proviso West Panthers, comes set. Checks on Fleming at first, now delivers a strike in there. Count now 2-1.
Costin just needs to settle down a little bit here. Seems a little wild. It seems a little anxious on the mound. He's not really checking his runner either.
So the third game in the series between these two teams, finally wrapping things up. Dukes played two more series in between that. Ground ball to the shortstop. Flip to second for one. Transfer over to first is not going to be in time. They throw it away, and it gets to the netting where Gami will hold at first base. So a 6-4 fielder's choice. So there's one out, still a man on first.
Tried to go for the double play there. Just a bad throw from the second baseman. Just a bit low. First baseman couldn't end up getting the scoop on that, and he's going to reach on fielder's choice.
So Marco Giorno, the right fielder, steps in. Went 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk, had 3 RBIs. And the Dukes' best hitters all year. Runner goes, and Giorno takes ball up high. Caperta's throw down to second is in time to get Gami. Really strong throw from the Panthers catcher, and now there's 2 away.
Yeah, great throw from the catcher, Logan Campetta. He's a great overall player, committed to Old Dominion University. Very nicely, well thrown down. Good pop time there.
Want to know the count to Giorno as there's a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. The count now 1-1.
That was a good breaking ball. Had a lot of spin on, able to locate it pretty well, too, for a strike.
Comes set. Here's the pitch. Giorno wave and a miss at a breaking ball. So count now moves to 1-2.
He's got a good, solid, high RPM curveball there.
Costin comes set. The 1-2 on the way. Inside, ball 2. The 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball way outside, so the count now full.
Yeah, Costin's just got to settle down here and focus on hitting the strike, so maybe even consider throwing that curveball for a strike.
Payoff pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Marco Giorno, and that'll bring up Jack Bodak, the designated hitter today.
Now batting for the Dukes, designated hitter number
Bodak
5,
getting
Jack
a rare start
Bodak.
with the bat. Usually you'll see him on the mound. Rest of the lineup, they've got Evan Mendiola on deck for the Dukes. He's playing third base today. Charlie Martin, he's batting 6th and catching. Mason Shorter gets the start at first base today. He's batting 7th. First pitch to Bodak on the way. Curveball in there for strike one.
Yeah, he's got a real nice curveball. I was able to locate it really well. Probably so far his best pitch I've seen from him today.
Jackson Bowie in left field batting eighth, and Jack Kaminsky getting the start at second base today, batting ninth. Costin comes set, delivers another breaking ball. This one just a tick outside. Ball and a strike, now the count. Costin comes set. Bodak launches this one. Center field over the center fielder's head. This one's going back all the way to the wall. This will be extra bases. Coming home is Giorno. Bodak turns from second on his way to third base, and he walks in with a stand-up triple. Jack Bodak delivers the first run of the game. The Dukes have a 1-0 lead. The center fielder, DeMarco Alvarado, was kind of playing. He shaded over to the right, but he seemed pretty shallow. That got him turned up in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, I agree. He was definitely playing a bit too shallow as he absolutely ripped that ball and just kind of sailed over his head. Wasn't necessarily hit the farthest. Just got over his head enough and went all the way to the wall.
So now with 2 outs, here's Evan Mendiola. Takes a fastball outside for ball one. Costin comes set. Mendiola checks his swing. Ball gets away from Comperta. Coming home is Bodak. He dives in head first, and he'll score the second run for the Dukes. The Dukes have put on 2 runs here in the top of the first inning. So that'll be a wild pitch on Jaden Costin. And now the Dukes up 2-0. Costin coming set. The 1-0 on the way to Mendiola. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Costin gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Mendiola fouls it straight back.
Good job by Mendiola staying in there. He read that breaking ball pretty well. Caught it before it could break too much. Was able to foul it off.
Mendiola, the designated hitter yesterday. 0 for 3 with a walk. Just a really tough pitcher in Tucker King, who did not have a great day yesterday. Mendiola fights off a 2-strike breaking ball, staying alive. Tucker King, coveted Lions Township starting pitcher, going to Cincinnati. Had a lot of eyes on him. The Dukes tagged him for 8 earned runs off 9 hits to start the first 2 innings. His final 3 innings of his start, didn't give up a hit. Mendiola takes ball 2 outside. Just a really interesting start. Stat line was ugly, but Brennen, he ended up going 5 innings. Last 3 were just 1 run.
I mean, anytime you can go 5 innings, not a bad outing, but if you got hit off of, then you're doing something wrong.
Mendiola fouls it off to the right side, hits the net, then plops down. You'd be surprised. Look at the stat line, you're like, boy, those 9 runs just not looking great. Mendiola pops this one up. Shallow center field. And coming in and making the catch is going to be Alvarado. And that'll do it for the first inning, but not before the Dukes tack on 2 runs off 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Jack Hansman set to take the mound here on York Sports Network.
Starting for the Dukes.
Here for the bottom of the first inning.
Number 7.
2-0 York
Jack
lead,
Hansman.
and Jack Hansman, the starting pitcher for the Dukes. Hansman
Leading off for the Panthers.
gets the nod in
fielder,
today's
number
game
7,
when this is a
DeMarco
pitching staff that does
Alvarado.
not have a lot of arms left, as they have a busy week ahead. Or they've had a busy start to the week, and it'll continue to be busy. Alvarado shows bunt on the first pitch, and Hansman just missed his spot. 1-0's the count. Played Monday at LT. Won that game 6-5. They had LT here yesterday, winning 13-6. 1-0 on the way in there for strike one. They're finishing their Proviso West series up today, playing the Panthers in the third and final game. 1-1 on the way, clips the corner, strike two, so count on Alvarado, 1-2. Tomorrow they finish their series up against LT, playing in LaGrange. Hansman comes set, the 1-2 on the way, misses down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Friday is senior day, where they host Bennett. It's 5 days worth of games. Alvarado fouls the 2-2 offering towards the Duke's dugout on the third base side. Hansman comes set. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. Fleming gloves it. Clean throw to first, and Shorter able to put it away. So Hansman retires the first batter he faces and gets the first out of the first inning.
Yeah, good at bat from that batter. Hansman struggled to locate the fastball just a little bit, but was able to get out of it. Good play by Josh Fleming over at shortstop.
Andres Bekevra, the next batter. Fleming getting the start at shortstop today. Luke Pazinski getting the day off, which is why you see Jack Kaminsky over at second base, Fleming's usual position. A lot of guys getting their day off. Nick Gowan, Ryan Lisowski also getting an off day. As Hansman fires in a strike. 1-1 the count. So Becerra trying to be the first Panthers base runner of the day, and he skies this one. Martin has a play, makes the catch for the second out. So Hansman makes quick work of Becerra, and quickly there are 2 away here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, nice job of locating the pitch by the hit by the catcher there, making sure he backs up out of it and watches the arc come around underneath the ball.
Andres Silva now steps in. Hansman's first offering to Silva is a curveball that's outside. One-0 is fouled back. Count moves to 1-1. Hansman comes set, deals, up and in, ball 2. Two on the way is low and away, so now 3 balls and 1 strike, the count to Silva.
If I'm Silver, I'm sitting here looking for a fastball, looking to try to hit a cookie up here.
Hansman comes set, deals. Low and away, ball 4, so Hansman issuing his first walk of the game, and with 2 men on, they have man on first and Logan Comperta.
Number 14, Logan Comperta.
Comperta, usually the Panthers' most dangerous hitter. Hansman comes set, deals, slider in the dirt.
This is going to be a tough out for Hansman here.
Hansman getting the sign. The 1-0 on the way is lined to center field. This is going to send Gami back, and this is going to go all the way to the wall. Gami couldn't get a glove on it. He slips out in right center field. This is going to score one. Comperter at second with a stand-up double, and coming all the way home from first is Andres Silva, and it's a 2-1 ball game.
Yeah, that was a great hit there. He smoked it over the center fielder's head. A little bit to right field, right center field. And ball was hit pretty hard.
So Hansman not out of the woods yet. Still a man there's a man in scoring position, 2 away. And Joshua Fuentes, the batter. Hansman gets his sign. The first offering to Fuentes. Change up right down the middle for strike one.
Hansman just got to relax and focus on the hitter and try not to think about that hit that he just gave up.
Checks on Comperta on second. Comes set. The 0-1 offering. Right down the middle again. And quickly, Fuentes in the hole, 0-2. Hansman comes set. The 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball. Popped up right side. Fighting the sun is Giorno coming in and making the catch to put it away. So that will retire the side, but not before Proviso West tacks on 1 run, making it a 1-run game off the double from Logan Comperta. We had the top of the second here on York Sports Network. You're in the top of the second inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. Charlie Martin to lead things off, the catcher for the Dukes.
Leading off the top of the second, catcher number 15, Charlie Martin.
Jaden Costin out there for his second inning of work. Comes set. First pitch to Martin in there for strike one. Martin did not play in yesterday's game. The 0-1 on the way, and Martin slaps this one to the right side, but it'll go foul. Like Isaac Fernandez ready to chase that one all the way down by the fence separating the field from St. Charles. And then the home plate umpire yells, not the right fielder. It's to keep this game moving. 0-2 on the way. In there, strike three. Martin gets thrown by the curveball. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Jaden Costin, and there's one down.
First baseman,
he
16, Mason
does a very
Shorter.
good job locating his curveball. He's done a great job all game.
Mason Shorter stepping in for the first time today. The junior first baseman gets his first at-bat of the week. Takes the ball upstairs. Comes set. Ball high, so 2-0 the count. This one bounces, kicks off of, I don't know if this is a shin guard or the glove of Comperta and goes flying. Jackson Bowie, who's on the on-deck circle, has to pick it up. But now it's a 3-0 count to Shorter. Highly doubt he's going to swing here. Costin comes set, deals way outside for ball 4. So Shorter draws a 4-pitch walk. And the man on first with 1 out, Jackson Bowie, now steps up to bat.
Batting for the Dukes, left fielder number 19, Jackson Bowie.
Costin checking on Shorter at first. Comes set. First offering to Bowie is a fastball that's upstairs.
He's just got to settle down out there on the mound, not worry about the runner. He's thrown 5 straight balls. Just got to focus on the strike zone, the catcher's mitt.
Been all fastballs, too. Costin will step off and disengage.
Yeah, he just needs to take a deep breath and focus on getting the hitter, not too much on the runner.
It's known as curveball for majority strikes. Really having trouble locating the fastball as you see another one that's up and in.
Yeah, he's definitely been able to locate his curveball better than his fastball. Just a bit wild so far. He's thrown 6 straight balls in a row now.
That's 3 have been fastballs. Costin comes set. Fastball again, generous call from the umpire, and the count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, just clipped the corner there. Not a bad take by Jackson Bowie, though.
Costin comes set. The 2-1 goes curveball, just missing inside. So now 3-1. Bowie finds himself in a hitter's count.
Great spot for Bowie to do some damage, too, here in the top of the second with 1 out and a runner on.
Umpire's calling that outside corner fastball. I mean, there's a big hole between first and second baseman. If you can just shoot a liner between that gap.
Yeah, after the pitch comes off, first baseman's not getting off too far.
Costin comes set. Here's the pitch upstairs, so back-to-back walks. He's thrown 9 pitches to the last 2 batters. 1 of them have been a strike. And now Jack Kaminsky, the batter, with 2 men on and 1 away.
Second baseman number 2, Jack Kaminsky.
He's just got to settle in here, focus on trying to get her out, put a ball on the ground. Hopefully his defense can make a play behind him.
Costin comes set. Kaminsky is swinging a foul ball. Top of the order coming up here. Josh Fleming on deck. Very least, you're hoping Kaminsky can move both men in scoring position. Shorter at second as he will foul back a curveball. Like a defensive swing there with 1 strike. Don't necessarily agree with that. I just think if you're going to swing defensively with only 1 strike, you should just take the pitch.
Yeah, especially since it was an off-speed pitch. If that, he's got to catch it out in front or get his hands through a bit quicker, try to pull it a little bit.
So 0-2 the count. Bowie on first, Shorter on second. Costin trying to pick up the second out of the inning. Comes set. Goes curveball in there for strike 3. Buckles Kaminsky gets frozen, so everyone stays where they are. Now there's 2 outs and Josh Fleming, the batter.
Number 12, Josh Fleming.
Costin gets his second strikeout of the inning, both on that curveball, both freezing up both Martin and, just as you just saw, Jack Kaminsky. Costin comes set. First offering to Fleming, fastball outside.
Fleming in a good spot right now. 2 outs, but he's got a man in scoring position.
Can do extend this Duke's lead. Costin comes set, goes curveball, drops it into the strike 1.
Second batter in a row where he's called that inside curveball.
Ball and a strike the count. Coming set. Fleming takes this one. Knocked down. Both runners will advance. So Shorter walks over to third, and Bowie right behind him. He finds himself in scoring position now.
Yeah, now definitely a great opportunity for Fleming to put at least a run on the board. Get an RBI, if not two.
Be a wild pitch on Costin. Fleming launches this one down, and it's hooking foul off to the left side.
Yeah, he sat on that pitch good, but just a bit out front of it. Looking to put it in play here.
Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Costin finds himself just 1 pitch away from escaping the mini jam here. Here's the offering. Upstairs, ball 3.
And counter, you feel like every inning, Costas has had to really battle to get each out, except besides the first one.
I'd say the first was a battle, too. Gave up that triple. A couple of runs early. Fleming hits this one well, right center field. This is sending both outfielders back at the wall. It'll touch down. This will be extra bases. Shorter's in, Bowie's in. Fleming taking a hard turn. He's on his way to third. And he'll get there safely with a stand-up triple. So the second one we've seen today. This one plates 2 more. And it's a 4-1 ball game.
Great hit by Fleming there. He smoked that. Good 2-strike approach, taking it the opposite way, too. Hit that very well, very hard inside the gap there. It's a great piece of hitting, great at-bat from Fleming there, able to get 3 bases out of that.
Drives 2 home as well. Now Drew Gami, the batter. Still an opportunity to do some more damage. Gami grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. Costin comes set. Fastball upstairs. 1-0. Costin comes set. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. Camperta doing a nice job saving a potential run there.
Yeah, especially the speedy Josh Fleming on third. He did a nice job of blocking that ball, getting on his knees and getting dirty.
2 balls, no strikes. The count to Drew Gami. Comes set. Upstairs, ball 3.
He's just got to take a deep breath out here on the mound. Try to force him to put it in play and have his defense make a play for him.
It's been a really slow second inning. Duke's only getting 2 runs out of an inning that feels like it's lasted about a year. Gami takes a fastball for strike 1. So the count now 3-1. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. The third walk issued this inning. And now there's runners on the corners with 2 away.
The Duke's right fielder, number 11, Marco Giorno.
Marco Giorno digs in. Drew a walk back in the first inning. So Costin already has issued 4 free passes. Costin comes set. Giorno launches this one right field. Well hit. This one's going back to the wall. This will touch down. It'll be extra bases. 1 runs in. Fleming scores. Here comes Gami. Giorno on his horse on the way to third. In there for a stand-up triple. And the Dukes now take a 6-1 lead here in the top of the second.
Yeah, great hit. Able to pull it pretty good. Right fielder didn't get a good read off of it right away, but sailed over his head.
Betting for the Dukes,
Triple for Gami there.
Number 5, Jack.
Giorno with
Giorno,
the triple,
sorry, not
driving
Gami.
in 2.
My bad.
Now Jack Bodek steps up. He's 1 for 1 today. Stand-up triple back in the first inning. Dukes with 3 triples. And look out, this one's going to get away from Camperta. Coming home to score is Giorno. And that'll make it 7-1 off the wild pitch.
This inning feels like it's gotten away from the Panthers. Started off with an out, looking like it was going to be good, but after that triple, it all just started to go downhill for them.
A 5-run top of the second. Still room to add more. Bases are cleared, though. Bodak takes ball 2 upstairs. Two and 0 on the way. It's a curveball. Drops in for strike 1. Costin comes set. Goes back to the breaking ball. Can't quite locate that one.
I feel like the past couple batters had a little trouble locating that fastball. Hasn't been able to locate it like he did in the beginning of the game. Or, I'm sorry, curveball.
3-1 on the way. Bodak fouls this one straight back. So now the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jaden Costin trying to escape a long second inning. Comes set, delivers inside ball 4. So Bodak draws the walk, and now Evan Mendiola coming up to bat.
Up to the plate for the Dukes, third baseman, number 10, Evan Mendiola.
Walk number 4 this inning. We've had 2 looking, started this inning off looking strikeout, 2 straight walks, a looking strikeout. As Mendiola takes ball 1. Base clearing 2 RBI triple, a walk. Another base clearing 2 RBI triple, a wild pitch, and a walk. Now Evan Mendiola jumps ahead in the count 1-0. Checks his swing, and doesn't really matter. It's a called strike. Costin able to even out the count. Checks on the runner at first and deals. It's a curveball. Ooh, looked pretty good. Just going to miss. Maybe a bit low. 2-1. Costin comes set, deals. Mendiola hits this one well, center field. Going to send Alvarado back, and he's tracking the ball, leaps over, makes the catch. So allowed out to end what has been a very good inning for the Dukes. They put up 5 in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second where Jack Hansman returns to work with a lot of run insurance here on York Sports Network. Here for the bottom of the second inning, Jack Hansman getting ready to start inning number 2 of work. And Dimitri Johnson going to lead things off. Hansman allowing 1 run in the first inning. Looks to clean things up here in the second. Bounces 1 in for ball 1. The Panthers have Isaac Fernandez on deck as Hansman comes set, deals low and away, ball 2. You know, it's such a long time sitting in the dugout. You wonder if that starts to affect your control. Looks to maybe playing a small impact here in the early goings, as that's 3 straight balls. He's missed all of them low, and the last 2 low and away.
Yeah, it looks like he's rushing himself a little bit. So not coming set for very long. He's short-arming the ball a little bit.
Collects himself there, not going to make a difference. This time he misses just low, but it's a 4-pitch walk to Dimitri Johnson nonetheless, which will bring up Isaac Hernandez with 1 on.
Up for the Panthers, right fielder, number 11, Isaac Fernandez.
Now with 1 on and nobody out, the Panthers trying to get something going here. Get some sort of hitting.
Hansman comes back strong, fires in a strike. Balls and a strike. Hansman comes set. Nice slider. Some sharp break on it in there for strike 2. Looks like Fernandez almost backing out of the box a little bit. I would go right back to that outside corner. Just pump a fastball right there. Goes change up, but at same spot. Fernandez caught looking.
Good call there, Connor. That's exactly what he did. Went right back to the outside corner, and it was a good location. Um's been calling that outside corner today.
When you have a guy backing out, you don't even have to try and paint the outside corner. Just make sure you get on that outer half. It can still go over the plate. The guy has no chance of hitting it.
No.
Fernandez completely frozen. Didn't go to the fastball, though. I only get half credit. Goes to the fastball there. This time it's on the inside part of the strike zone to Sergio Lorera.
Hey, he just looked a little timid last at-bat.
Loera's first time stepping into the box. Hansman comes set. The 0-1 is fouled off near the Duke's dugout, and play cannot be made by assistant coach Dave Arnold. So 0-2. Hansman checks on the runner, gets his sign. The pitch, just a bit outside.
Bob Uecker.
Time voice of the Milwaukee Brewers. Ball, 2 strikes, and this one hit on the ground, shorter, diving, flips it. Hansman can't get there in time. Loera reaches on an infield single. This looks like shorter was stuck in quicksand, had a hard time getting up. So weak contact that results in a hit, and now there's a runner in scoring position. Panthers cooking something up a little bit here.
Second baseman, number 13, Joaquin Johnson.
1 out. 2 men on. Joaquin Johnson, heading last in the order. Hansman comes set. In there for strike 1. Back to the top of the order after Johnson. It's DeMarco Alvarado. Hansman gets his sign. The 0-1 on the way, as this one's fouled off to the right side. So Hansman jumps ahead in the count, 0-2. Beautiful day for baseball, about 74 degrees. Slightly humid, no wind. Johnson going to call time. It's been a great weather week so far, Brennen.
Yeah, it's going to be even nicer this weekend.
For tomorrow, on Friday, 73, chance of some thunderstorms. It cools off Saturday as Hansman misses with the slider outside. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Saturday will be about 55 as the high. It won't get super cold. About a 10-degree difference between the high and the low. 44 degrees at nighttime. Hansman comes set, swung on and missed strike 3. Back pick to first, and it is, just barely not in time. I'm not sure what Lorera was doing. He kind of just stopped there. Martin almost threw him out.
Great
Center
acknowledgement
fielder,
by
number
Martin.
7, DeMarco
Great throw over,
Alvarado.
too. Good job by him making sure to notice that.
Good job by Hansman picking up his second strikeout of the inning. So now he's got
That
two
too.
away. Looking to close the door on the Panthers here in the second as DeMarco Alvarado takes ball one. Back to the weather. Sunday heating up a little bit, though. It's about 62 degrees. It's a nice day. Nice day for some golf.
Yeah, could have gone golfing today.
1-0 is punched right field. This is going to drop for a base hit. And this is not going to score a single run as everyone moves station to station. Martin just knocks it down. Johnson got the stop sign at third. So a base hit, blue base hit for DeMarco Alvarado moves everyone over.
Now batting for the Panthers, shortstop number 2, Andres Becerra.
Andres Becerra, now the batter. Becerra popped out to Charlie Martin, the catcher, his last time up. Bases juiced, 2 outs. Hansman tries to escape the bases loaded jam as he comes set. First pitch is a slider in there for strike one. Hansman coming set, 0-1 on the way. Goes right back to the slider. This time it's way outside. Hansman gets his sign, comes set. Here's the pitch, is skied, right side, shorter. Has to fight, and this is going to hit the dugout. Ooh, look out, almost runs into the wooden ceiling of the dugout.
That would not have been good.
Thankfully, he's all right.
Can't afford to lose any other people on this team. The trainer even comes out.
Looks like they're going to take a look at him. Want to make sure he didn't hit his head. It looked like he got his hand out in front of it just in time. I think Shorter's fine. His reaction is, why are you even coming out here?
Yeah.
Quick chat. Coach Pitlock and the athletic trainer are out there.
Everything seems to be all right.
Yeah.
And, we'll be on our merry way now.
Nonetheless, a strike on Andres Becerra, so now he's down 1-2 in the count. Just behind Hansman's 1-1 offering. Hansman looks to escape here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. It's to escape with no damage done. Hansman comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jack Hansman escapes the bases loaded jam, stranding 3 Panthers as they leave 2 men in scoring position. Hansman strikes out the side, and we head to the bottom of the second. 7-1 still your score. Back for the top of the third, 7-1 ball game. Jaden Costin still out there, and Charlie Martin back up. Slaps this one, foul to the right side.
Leading off the top of the third for the Dukes.
Martin tried sitting back on that. Might have just sat back on it a bit too long. Just a bit under it, too. Costin gets his sign. 0-1 offering on the way. Is breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Costin comes set. Goes curveball in there for strike two. That pitch has really had Martin's number all day. Costin right back to where he was in the first inning, locating that to perfection. Actually, in the beginning of last inning, too, I mean, he struck two guys out, but the walks really hurt him. And Martin hits this one. Right side, glove by the second baseman. Throw is just in time.
Oof.
That was mighty close. Joaquin Johnson almost wasn't able to get the ball out of his glove.
That was very close.
Martin grounds out. Now Mason Shorter back up. Drew a walk his last time up. Also his first plate appearance of the game. First of the week, I might add. First offering to Shorter is a curveball. It's right down the middle. Shorter takes it for strike one. Goes right back to the curveball. This time misses it upstairs. Costin reps that very slow 12-6. Gotta be careful. Don't want to miss that high. Shorter swings to a fastball. Chasing just a bit out off the plate. It's not a count 1-2. Costin comes set. Deals. Try to get another chase. Just missed it a bit outside. It's where he wanted it. Shorter didn't bite. Count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Costin comes set, goes breaking ball, swung on and missed. Shorter down on strikes. So Costin two up, 2 down so far to start this third inning. And now Jackson Bowie stepping in.
Did a great job utilizing his curveball that at-bat. He was able to actually locate his fastballs pretty well, too. Probably the best at-bat from him this game.
First offering to Bowie is upstairs. Costin coming set. The 1-0 on the way. Bowie lifts this one foul. So 1-1. Costin comes set. Deals. Breaking ball. Skipped in the dirt for ball 2. Costin comes set. The 2-1 on the way. Way outside ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Costin comes set. Deals. In there, and that count is now full. Good breaking ball.
Solid pitch there.
One looked more like the slider. I think he's only thrown that a few times. Mostly seen that big curveball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just missing ball 4. Goes back to the breaking ball. That one looked pretty good.
Yeah, a bit of a dangerous take there from Bowie.
Surprised he didn't try and fight that one off. Bowie's second walk in as many plate appearances.
Second baseman number 2, Jack Kaminsky.
Now Jack Kaminsky, the batter. Struck out looking his last time up. Sends the first one in the air. Won't leave the infield. And making the catch to put it away is going to be the shortstop, Andres Becerra. So That'll retire the side. Scoreless frame put up by Jaden Costin, and we head to the bottom of the third. Back for the bottom of the third inning.
Leading off
Jack
the bottom
Hansman
of the
out
third
here
inning
for inning
Panthers
number
left
3 of
fielder
work,
number
and
9, Andres Silva.
pretty sure the approach here is eat as many innings as you possibly can. So far he's doing that. Has some traffic early, though. Escaped the bases-loaded jam, and he'll start this one off by skipping in a fastball that Andres Silva takes for ball 1. Hansman gets the sign. The 1-0 on the way. Gonna miss low again. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 0 on the way, and this one fouled straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 1 hit on the ground. Fleming charging in and boots this one. The throw to first in time to get Silva. So nice recovery by Josh Fleming, sticking with it. And Hansman gets the first out of the inning on a 6-3.
Yeah, I totally agree. Good recovery. Seems like a bit of a routine play. He bobbled it, but then did a nice job able to get the out for his team. Good team player right there.
Logan Comperta now back up, doubled back in the first inning, drove in Proviso West's lone run of the game. And Hansman starts him off with a slider, just a bit outside there. So it bounces into the left-handed batter's box before skipping all the way to the backstop. 1-0 the count. Hansman comes set, swung on and missed. He blew the fastball right by Comperta.
Definitely swinging for the fences there. He really hacked on that one.
Hansman coming set. Goes breaking ball there that just misses upstairs.
Connor, I feel like the ump here, he's definitely calling less pitches inside and more pitches to the outside.
He's given, as Hansman misses way outside, reared back and threw that one just about as hard as he possibly could. So now 3-1 the count. I mean, he's given Jaden Costin some curveballs that have caught the inside part of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
When Hansman's trying to work inside the breaking stuff, he's just missed high. Hansman loses Comperta there as he draws a walk. And that'll bring up Joshua Fuentes.
Next up for the Panthers, first baseman number 23, Joshua Fuentes.
Fuentes popped out to right field his last time up. And takes strike number 1 from Hansman. Hansman checks on Comperta, and he dives back with plenty of time.
Not a bad idea from Hansman. Comperta has got decent speed here.
Hansman comes set, and just going to miss outside. 1-1 the count. Hansman gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and this one fouled off to the right side. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count on Fuentes. This one outside. Runner goes. Throw down is... Ooh, took his hand off the base. Fleming went for the tag, but they could not get Comperta. So he's got himself a successful stolen base. Hansman missed outside, so now the count goes 2-2. Hansman comes set. Goes slider outside. Three balls, 2 strikes is the count. Hansman gets his sign, comes set. The payoff pitch is low for ball 4. So after getting the first out, Hansman issues back-to-back walks. So now 2 men on, 1 out. Dimitri Johnson.
Panthers third baseman, number 17, Dimitri Johnson.
Johnson drew a walk his last time up, and I mean, if I'm Jack Hansman, you're 6, 7, 8, 9, the next 4 up. It's been combined for 1 infield single, which was a weak ball. I would just attack the zone as Hansman misses down low for ball 1. I have to do much more. Just pound the zone. Make them beat you. He's really having trouble locating this inning. Already walked 2. Brings his walk total up to 4 on the day. Comes set, and he gets a ground ball. Fleming gloves it, and it gets underneath. So what could have been a potential double play ball is now an E6, and the bases are loaded.
Fleming's second ball having trouble in the inning. Wonder if he's not seeing it well. He's getting some bad hops over there.
Has plenty of experience playing shortstop. Has not played a lot of shortstop this year. Plays his over the summer for travel. He plays left field. He's not even an infielder most of the time. Plays second base in the regular season. And moved him to shortstop because you need to give LP a day off. One just hits off the glove. Tried bringing it up too early. Now the bases are loaded with 1 away. This one hit on the ground. Could be 2. Kaminsky fields it cleanly. Flips it to Fleming for 1 over the first in time. Hansman escapes another bases loaded jam. And he puts up a 0 on the scoreboard again. 4-6-3 double play. Fleming makes up for the error, delivering a strike to shorter at first. And we head to the top of the 4th inning with your score still 7-1. welcome you back. Top of the fourth inning, a flurry of
pitching
defensive changes. The new
number
pitcher is
13,
Joaquin Johnson. Jaden Costin moves to left field.
Moving to second
And
base,
moving to
number
second
9,
base is
Andres
going to be
Silva.
Andres Silva.
And to left field, number 6, Jaden Caston. Leading off the top of the fourth
Josh
inning
Fleming,
for
the
Dukes
batter.
is shortstop, number 12, Josh Fleming.
So that'll end Costin's day. Gets his sign. Here's the pitch, and he misses outside. Ball 1 to Fleming.
Not sure if the ump has realized, but I'm pretty sure he's not allowed to wear sunglasses on the mound here.
Comes set, misses down low. Their prescription glasses is our PA announcer, sophomore head coach, Coach Mundell. Let us know. It's obviously
That's a good point, Coach. No.
want to take away something that helps his vision.
No.
Fleming takes for ball 3.
My apologies to him.
You have no idea, maybe. The way he's been policing the game, I'm sure he already asked. 4-pitch walk to Josh Fleming to start the inning. And now we've got a pinch hitter for Drew Gami. It's going to be Colby Baird stepping into the box.
Now batting for the Dukes, number 20, Colby Baird.
First time seeing Colby this week outside of his typical duties of being the courtesy runner. Johnson comes set. First pitch is outside. Baird takes ball 1. Final stats for Jaden Costin today, and the score holds. He's in line to take the loss. 3 innings, 3 strikeouts, walked 6. Only gave up 4 hits, but allowed 7 earned runs, a large part into giving up 6 free passes. And Baird's going to rip this one right field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Fleming had to hold, so he'll only go to second, but Baird rips a single. Nice little piece there from Colby Baird.
It looks like the right fielder could have gone up and got that, but just kind of sat back there.
Coach Pitlock letting everyone hit. Andrew Papadopoulos
Now
will be
batting
pinch
for
hitting
the
for
York
Marco
Dukes,
Giorno.
number 24, Andrew Papadopoulos.
Pop closed the game on Monday, picked up the 2-inning save in the 6-5 victory in Lyons Township. Getting the rare at-bat here. Pop has mostly been used as a reliever. We'll see what he can do with the bat here. Johnson comes set. The first offering is a breaking ball that clips the corner of the strike zone for strike 1. Count moves to 0-1. Johnson comes set. Here's the pitch. Papadopoulos hits this one on the ground. Foul. Barehanded by Coach Pitlock over at third base. And a beautiful throw back to Johnson on the mound. Coach Mundell calling him a show-off. We've seen a couple of good plays gloved by people not in the game yesterday. Jack Bodak just stuck out his hand from the dugout, able to stop a foul ball. Papadopoulos fouls this one off to the right side, heading towards the street. So now down 0-2 in the count. Johnson gets his sign. Comes set. Here's the pitch. It's way upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson gets the sign. Papadopoulos rips this one in the 5-6 hole in the left field. This will score Fleming. He's on his way home. Holding at second is Baird, and Papadopoulos delivers, driving in another run. It's now 8-1.
Good piece of hitting there by Papadopoulos, able to make solid contact with the ball, find a gap in the field, and he's got himself a base hit.
Up to the plate for the Dukes.
Oh, Jack
designated
Bodak.
hitter Number 5, Jack Bodak.
Bodak, 1 for 1. 2 RBI triple, drew a walk his last time up. Seeing the ball well today in the box. First offering from Johnson upstairs. Want to know the count. Johnson coming set. This is outside. 2-0 the count. Generous call there. Johnson catches a break. 2-1 the count. Bodak got a chance to add to the damage. Still 2 men on him, one of them in scoring position with Baird on second. As Bodak floats this one over left side, foul. So Johnson able to fight back and even out the count, 2-2. Johnson coming set. Upstairs, ball 3. So count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out in this inning. Bodak doing a great job fighting in this at-bat. Johnson gets the sign. He comes set, now turns around. Going to check on Baird over at second. Three-two on the way. Bodak hits this one on the ground, through into right field, a base hit. Baird on his way home. The throw home will be cut off by the first baseman. Over to third is Papadopoulos, and the hit party continues with Jack Bodak ripping a base hit.
Yeah, just found a hole there between the first and second baseman, able to get a hit out of it, and runners at the corners now, and nobody out. Dukes have a chance to break this open here.
Score now 9-1. There is something still for them to play for. They can end this game a few innings early if they go up by 10. Only have to play 5, assuming they hold that 10-run lead. They're up by 15 after 4 innings. As Mendiola takes ball 1 upstairs. They'll be able to call this one early. Remember, Proviso West still the home team, though. The Dukes can't end it in this half of the inning. Mendiola taking ball 2. Getting the sign. Here's the pitch. Ooh, good-looking curveball there. Called for a ball. Now, 3-0 is the count. Mendiola jumps out of the way, but it's a strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike is the count. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Mendiola fouls this one off and out of play. Three-two on the way. Mendiola lifts this one right side, and it will drop foul. Just out of the reach of the right fielder, Fernandez. So we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Still got runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missing upstairs, so ball 4. Trying to walk is Mendiola, and that will bring up Charlie Martin with the bases loaded, looking to blow this one open. Chuck 0 for 2 today. Looking
Now back to the
strikeout. Grounded
Dukes.
out to second his last time up.
Catcher number 15, Charlie Martin.
Yeah, with no outs here in this inning, they've definitely got a chance to do some damage and try to end this game a bit early.
I'm set. Here's the pitch. And Martin crushes this one left field. And this will fall. It'll one-hop the fence. This will easily score Papadopoulos. Bodak on his horse. Mendiola has to hold at third. Martin does his job. Plates 2. And now the Dukes are up 11-1.
Yeah, great hit there. Just attacked the first pitch. Gave him a fastball down the middle, and he was able to turn on it and sailed it over the left fielder's head.
So it'll be a courtesy runner. So it'll be Austin Jeva to come out and run for Martin, the
Courtesy
catcher.
running for the Dukes, number 4, Austin Jeva.
So Jev's in scoring position. Mendiola at
To the plate
third.
For the Dukes.
And it'll
First
be Mason
baseman, number
Shorter.
16, Mason Shorter.
Shorter 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his last time up. Drew a walk in his first plate appearance. First offering to Shorter is bounced in there for ball 1. Comes set, and Shorter can't pull the trigger on a good-looking offering from Joaquin Johnson. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Shorter slaps this one on the ground. This will score 1. Shorter on his horse on the way to first and in time. So first out of the inning is recorded. Shorter able to plate Mendiola. So 12-1 is now the score. And now Jackson Bowie with 1 away.
Left fielder, number 19,
And Austin Jeva
Jackson
90 feet away from
Bowie.
scoring. It'll be Jackson Bowie to try and continue to add to this lead. Johnson comes set. The first offering to Bowie. He checked his swing. It is foul. He hit Comperta in the hand. So looking for catcher's interference? No, we're going to get the ball first. They're going to, trainer will check on Comperta to make sure he's all right.
This would be a big loss if he ends up going out.
Still getting looked at. I mean, he seems to be okay for the most part.
Hasn't taken his mask off yet, so he seems like he's still ready to play in this game.
Tough kid. No, coach making the decision. He's going to get a new catcher. Head coach called in Andres Becerra.
Now he takes his helmet off.
Yeah, I think they're telling him he's done. It looks like Becerra will be the next catcher.
Hopefully he's all right.
So we'll step aside as they make this quick position change. Dukes lead 12-1 here on York Sports Network. back from the injury timeout, or sort of injury, more like a position change, because Logan Comperta is out at shortstop right now. He just swapped spots with Andres Becerra, who's now behind the plate. The count is 0-1 to Jackson Bowie. The Dukes still threatening. Austin Jeva 90 feet away from becoming the 13th run the Dukes have scored. Be ball one outside. Count evens out. This one bounced in and nearly gets away from Becerra, but he did a good job stopping most of the velocity there to keep it in his general vicinity. So now 2-1 is the count. Bowie takes strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Johnson gets the sign, comes set. Here's the pitch. Bowie rips this one into left field. It'll be a base hit. Scoring is Jeva. Bowie with a hard turn just over the glove of Comperta. So now 13-1, and Jack Kaminsky the batter.
Now batting for the Dukes, second baseman, number 2, Jack Kaminsky.
I think you guys realize how close Comperta was to making that play. He's a pretty tall person. I mean, I don't think you really realize it as much when he's behind the plate, but at shortstop, I mean, he can make some athletic plays.
He nearly snow coned that ball there.
Just missed it, but it's a base hit for Jackson Bowie and an RBI, so that makes it a 6-run inning right now. Kaminsky 0 for 2 today. Popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Johnson comes set. The first offering is up and away. Johnson gets the sign, comes set. Here's his offering, and Kaminsky fights it off and fouls it back. The inside fastball there. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 man on. A lot of ones on the scoreboard right now. So 1 run for Proviso West. Kaminsky up the middle, and Comperta gloves it, flips it to second for 1. Over to first, not in time. So a nice dive from Comperta to at least get 1 out. Bowie out at second. Kaminsky will be aboard first. That'll be 6-4 fielder's choice.
Now batting for the Dukes.
And now there's 2 outs, and Josh Fleming back up.
Good play by Comperta there at short. He got a real nice sound play with a good dive, flashing the leather. Just able to get 1 out, but hoping to keep this damage to a minimum.
Coming set, and Fleming swings and fouls this one off to the right side. Fleming started this inning off with a walk. Led the inning off as well, so now we're back to the man that started it all here. What's been quite a long 4th inning. Fleming can't get a barrel on that one. Count moves to 0-2. Johnson comes set. 0-2 on the way. Upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Here's the pitch. And they're going to say it hit Fleming. Just barely clipped him. So Flems will be aboard first with 2 outs. And Colby Baird still steps back in for the 2nd time this inning.
Now batting for the Dukes, number 20, Colby Baird.
And time is called, so I'll talk things over. step aside while they talk about things. It looks like it'll be a pitching change. So Dimitri Johnson coming onto the mound. So the third pitcher for the Panthers. Step aside here on New York Sports Network. Back from the pitching change, Colby Baird digging in for the second time this inning. New pitcher, like we said before break, Dimitri Johnson. And Joaquin Johnson moves to third. So Johnson gets the sign. Here's the pitch. In there for strike one to Baird.
Johnson in a tough spot here. 2 on, 2 out. Looking to close the door on the Dukes.
Comes set the 0-1. Baird fouls it back. 1-2. So 0-2 the count. Dimitri Johnson trying to close the door on the Dukes here to stop the bleeding. Comes set, fires, Baird lifts this one, center field, coming in and making the catch. And ending the inning will be Alvarado, but not before the Dukes tack on 6 runs here in the top of the 4th off of 5 hits. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here on New York Sports Network. Back here for the bottom of the fourth, whole flurry of defensive changes for the Dukes. We've got Sean Schmacher entering the game. He'll be at second base. Jack Kaminsky slides over to shortstop. Colby Barrett heads to center field, so Drew Gami's out. And Andrew Papadopoulos out in right field.
Jack Kaminsky moves over to short, and now playing second base, number 27, Sean Schmacher.
So Fleming's day is done. Schmacher in.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Panthers, designated hitter number 3, Sergio Laura.
Sergio Laura, the batter. 1 for 1 with an infield single. Jack Hansman. This is his spot. Count moves to 2-0. Hansman comes set in there for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Had some arm side movement on it, Brennen. Looked like a pretty strong fastball.
Yeah, it's had a bit of a dip to it all game. Bit of movement. Kind of like Greg Maddux and his two-seam fastball.
Hansman misses down. So 3-2 on the way. Just missed ball 4. Hansman wants that one called the other way. Not sure where. Could have missed it. The call is down, but your guess is as good as mine as what he was looking for. Joaquin Johnson digging in. Struck out swinging his last time up. In there for strike 1. Hansman, a nice bounce back pitch after a questionable call for ball 4. Hansman comes set, and slider missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hansman comes set, deals. This one slapped to right field. It'll fall. It'll be a base hit. Papadopoulos has to run in near the line. Bare hand picks it up and throws it over to Schmacher, who will cut it off. So runners on the corners now. Nice piece of hitting from Joaquin Johnson going the other way.
Now batting for the Panthers, center fielder number 7.
Bring up the top of the order back up. DeMarco Alvarado. Batter. Alvarado. Last time he stepped up to the plate back in the second inning, he ripped the base hit. So the first pitch on the way, and he shows bunt. It's in there for strike 1. I like Alvarado's bat. He's got the cran bat, Brennan.
I do like the
blue
bat.
cran bat. Runner goes. Martin's going to throw it all the way down. Kaminsky can't get a glove on it. Good job by Schmacher backing it up. Prevent the run from scoring. And if Kaminsky holds on to that one, Chuck throws the guy out at second.
Yeah, just didn't track the ball all the way into his glove, but
went for the tag before he had the ball in his glove.
Exactly.
Hansman comes set, and Alvarado going to foul it away. Kind of wish he picked the red cran bat. Thought that would have fit more with the team.
Yeah, that's true. I think he does play for top tier, though.
Don't mind the blue. Hansman's 0-2 is upstairs.
Top tier also got a little red in them, but
could go either way. I mean, I would match it for something that would work both ways.
I agree.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and it's way outside.
Me personally, I think I'd go with the pencil bat, though.
The pencil one?
Yeah, number 2 pencil, Ticonderoga. I think that's the way to go.
You didn't like crayons as a kid?
Oh, I loved crayons as
2-2, hit up the middle. It'll be a base hit. This will score 1, maybe 2. Barrett in center, throws it in. Martin's going to get it. No attempt for Johnson to come home and score. So it's an RBI base hit for DeMarco Alvarado. Makes it a 13-2 ball game. Solid piece of hitting. Just grounds one up the middle. Able to plate
Up to
one.
the plate for the Panthers, catcher number 2.
So there's runners on the corners.
Becerra.
Still nobody out. Seems like it's all starting to go downhill for Hansman after questionable ball 4 call on the full count. And now Becerra up 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Comes set. Runner goes. Martin going to throw. And low throw. Kaminsky, this time he gloves it, but can't apply the tag in time. Want to know the count. Here's the pitch, and this one fouled. Didn't mean to cut you off earlier, Brennan. You said you liked to play with crayons when you were younger. What was your favorite colored crayon?
Ooh, I mean, that's a tough one. I think I got to go with maybe the sky blue one. Sky blue is pretty solid. I think that might have been the go-to option there.
It's a big turquoise guy. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Hansman misses with the breaking ball. 2-1.
Still think I'd go with the pencil, though. The
pencil bat.
Cram bat does seem to work. Sorry, Connor.
Couple arms throwing in the bullpen. One of them is Nate Rickenbrode. Can't tell who the other one is. Blocked by the pole. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Hansman comes set, deals, and Becerra fouls it away. The count now full. Hansman gets the sign. The payoff pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 4. And now Coach Pitlock coming out of the dugout, and you wonder if this is going to be it for Jack Hansman. It's like Coach Pitlock's just talking things over with Hansman right now. Yeah, giving his guys a little bit more time to warm up. Got 2 arms out there. Hansman, no stranger to having the bases juiced in this game. This is the 3rd time he's going to face the bases loaded. He's escaped it twice. I'm not sure how much slack he's got on the leash left as Coach Pitlock. Last thing he wants to do is relinquish this 11-run lead and make it less than 10. The game won't end early unless this offense puts up some more runs. Mendiola and Shorter are in, so corners in. Regular depth for the middle infield. This one hit on the ground, foul. Barely.
No, sorry. Speaking of bats, this is a bat that I do really like, the Rollins Icon. This bat is juiced.
Andres Silva, the batter. 0 for 1 with a walk. Hansman comes set, and this one slapped right field. This is going to fall for a base hit. Papadopoulos over, going to pick it up. This will score 1. Might score 2. Shorter steps on it, so it's a 2 RBI base hit, and the runners are on the corners, and now it's a 13-4 ball game. Dukes relinquish their double-digit lead. Coach Pitlock still letting it play out.
Shortstop number 14, Logan Comperta.
And a dangerous hitter in Logan Comperta. And this one hit on the ground, could be 2. Kaminsky over to Schmacher for 1. Schmacher on the way to Shorter, and this one's going to skip away. A run will score. Comperta halts at first. Hansman gets an out. His first of the inning. And now it's 13-5.
Now batting for the Panthers.
6'4" fielder's
baseman,
choice.
Number 23, Joshua Fuentes.
The run scores. And Fuentes, the batter, fouls it off to the right side. Now just an 8-run lead for the Dukes. They went into this inning up 13-1. Hansman allowed 4 runs. And this one going to find the gap since Papadopoulos running. This should score Comperta. Fuentes on his horse on his way to second. Comperta on his way home. There's going to be no throw. Schmacher just going to get it into shorter. And that has been 6 runs allowed here in the bottom of the 4th. And Coach Pitlock is going to call this a day. Tried stretching it out as long as he could. Hansman's day is done. 5 runs this inning, Mike. Apologies. And it's going to be Rickenbrode to come in. We'll step aside for the pitching change. Hansman's day is done. Rickenbrode is in. 13-6. Duke's still with the lead. Back from the pitching change. Jack Hansman's day is done. It'll be Nate Rickenbrode, the new pitcher.
Now in the pitch for the York Dukes.
Rickenbrode looking to
Number
clean things
32,
up.
Nathan Rickenbrode.
Hansman's final stat line today, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, walked 6, gave up 6 hits. Currently, he's allowed 6 runs. Could be 7, depending on if Rickenbrode can shut the door here, and he starts things off strong. A nice pitch.
Pitcher number 17, Dimitri Johnson.
Gets Dimitri Johnson to go fishing. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Fires in a strike. 0-2. Just keep pumping it over the plate here. That's all you need. Rickenbrode. Coming set. Now we'll step off. No one's there. Like he would have thrown it if someone was covering. And holding Joshua Fuentes. No need. Just focus on the batter. Coming set. Here's the pitch. This one tapped on the ground. And who's going to get it? And instead of cutting it off, Mendiola lets it roll all the way to Kaminsky. That's the third baseman's ball all day. And Brennen, I'm sure as a third baseman, you know that that's a ball that you have to glove.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a tough spot, but a choppy ball like that with the third baseman that's playing in a little bit, I'd say that's definitely the third baseman's ball.
So Fuentes over to third. Johnson with the infield single. Rickenbrode gets the weak contact he was looking for. Just got to keep that up. Still only 1 out. Swung on and missed. With Isaac Fernandez up to bat. He's got happy feet in the box. So Rickenbro just throw a fastball down the middle every time. Somewhere close, he'll get 3 swings and misses. Pick up his second out. Ooh, that time he goes slider. That was a beautiful pitch. Same result, called for a strike. So 0-2. Rickenbro just struggled. It's because he wasn't able to put the ball over the plate today. He's been doing that. Got to throw a ball. Comes set and swung on and missed. Strike 3. Hernandez down on strikes for the second time today.
Now batting for the Panthers.
And now
Designated
Sergio
hitter
Laura.
3, Sergio Laura.
One for one. Drew a walk his last time. Bro checks on the run on first. Comes set. First offering, just a bit outside. Jinxed him.
Bob Euchre.
It's the first time he's thrown a ball. Still doing a good job pounding the zone. Comes set, the 1-0. Swung on and missed.
Kind of pulled out there. Didn't really keep his front leg in the box.
That shoulder fly out, too.
Yeah.
Comes set, here's the pitch, and called strike 2. It was over the plate, just Martin. That's not where he was set up.
That's a good pitch. Just clipped the corner barely, but
I think it looked more off because of Martin was setting up outside. Rickenbro misses his spot. Still gets the strike. Still a good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Looking to end this inning. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Rickenbro does his job. Comes in. Picks up the 2 outs needed.
At the end of 4-4.
Strikes out 2.
York Dukes 13.
And it's 13-6. Dukes have some work to do if they want this to be a 5-inning game. We head to the top of the 5th. Here for the top of the 5th inning, Andrew Papadopoulos back up to bat for the second time today. He's 1 for 1, drove 1 in his last time up. Nice RBI base hit. Still on the mound for the Panthers. It's going to be Dimitri Johnson. Came in, got 1 out last inning. Ended a big Duke 6-run. And he fires in a strike to Papadopoulos. Johnson comes set, and Papadopoulos a wave and a miss. Quickly finds himself in the hole 0-2. Johnson gets his sign. The 0-2 on the way, swung on and missed. Papadopoulos down on strikes. And there's one away with Jack Bodak coming up to the plate.
Up to the plate for the Dukes, designated hitter number 5, Jack Bodak.
Bodak, base hit his last time up. Takes ball 1 up and away. Johnson gets his sign. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Strike 1.
That was a good breaking ball there. Had a lot of break on it. A lot of movement. 12-6 too.
Bodak fouls the 1-1 offering. Straight back, so the count 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 in the dirt. Throw to first is in time to get Bodak, so 2 strikeouts for Dimitri Johnson.
Now batting for the Dukes, third baseman number 10, Evan Mendiola.
Mendiola stepping back in. Walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 today. Comes set. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Mendiola checks swing. He definitely went around there. So now the count 0-2. Johnson comes set. The 0-2 on the way is slapped to the right side and out of play. Johnson comes set. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 3. Johnson strikes out the side.
Wow,
So
he's falling down.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is still 13-6 on York Sports Network.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth
Here for the
inning
bottom of the
the
fifth
Proviso
inning,
West Panthers, third baseman
Joaquin
number
Johnson,
13,
1 for 2 today.
Johnson.
Singled his last time up. Nick Brickenbrody still on the mound. Comes set, and a swing and a miss from Johnson. Looks like Brickenbrode's got some zip on that fastball. So there's another one with some good velocity and just missing. Ball and a strike. Comes set, and this one also down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brody comes set, swung on and missed. Strike 2. He's able to even the count out. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good off-speed pitch there. Really has well location, throwing it in the dirt.
Comes set, the 2-2 on the way. Just a bit outside. Count now full. Comes set, here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4.
Up to the plate for the Panthers, center fielder number 7, DeMarco Alvarado.
DeMarco Alvarado. Back up. He's 2 for 3 today. Slider called strike 1. That one just looked so high when we were sitting, but nonetheless, Cabrillo able to jump ahead 0-1. Throw over, not in time.
He's got a pretty good pickoff move there. Even though it wasn't too far off the bag, anything longer, it could have been close.
Comes set, here's the pitch in the dirt. Runner's going, Martin comes up, fires, throw to second. He got him, good throw by Charlie Martin. The tag applied by Kaminsky. Gunning out Joaquin Johnson for the first out of the inning. Pitch was a ball, so count is 1-1. Comes set, there's strike 2. Lively fastball that catches the outer part of the strike zone.
He's got a lot of whip in his arm. Definitely one of the harder throwers I've seen today.
1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. This one's going to get away from Martin. And Alvarado easily gets to first base.
Now batting for the Panthers, catcher number 2, Andres.
So Andres Becerra now the batter. Becerra drew a walk his last time up, but he's 0 for 2 on the day. Cabrode comes set. First pitch is slider in there for strike 1. Bro gets his sign, comes set, swung on and missed. Martin throws back to first, not in time to get Alvarado. So now the count moves to 0-2. Rickenbrode checks on the runner. Comes set. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Throw down to second gets past Schmacher. Goes into center field. Baird will have to pick it up. But Alvarado not going anywhere, so we'll get the stolen base. Rickenbrode fans Becerra, sits him down. And now Andres Silva is the batter. Silva 1 for 2 today. That's a walk. 2 RBIs to go with that as well. The base hit his last time up. Rickenbrode comes set. That's the sign. Here's the pitch. Up and away for ball 1. Gets the sign, the 1-0. Swung on and missed. High heat. Blows it right by him. So count evens out, a ball and a strike. Comes set, the 1-1. In there for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brode looking to put up a 0 on the scoreboard. Here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch, swung on, tapped over the glove of Rickenbrode. Schmacher lines it up, gets up, fires the first in time, and the inning is over. Rickenbrode, a scoreless bottom of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th here. A 13-6 your score. Dukes still on top. Back here for the top of the 6th inning. 13-6 your score. Charlie Martin set to lead things off this inning. 1 for 3 today with a double. Takes strike 1. Johnson gets the sign. The 0-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball in there for strike 2. Johnson comes set. The 0-2 on the way is slapped up the middle. Comperta, playable, fires. Not in time. So safe at first is the call. Just realized we lost our field umpire. No idea where he went. Martin picks up his second knock of the game. Austin Jeva will be the courtesy runner.
Entering the game as a courtesy runner, number 4, Austin Jeva. Now to the
So
plate.
Jev's at first. Mason Shorter, the batter.
First baseman, number 16, Mason Shorter.
Still have no clue where the umpire left. I just noticed he was missing. Runner goes. Ball pops out of Becerra's glove. Coach Mundell's guesses he had a hot date.
That's probably more important.
I guess is he didn't think this game would take that long, and honestly, I didn't either. It's almost 7 o'clock. This game was supposed to start 2.5 hours ago. And Shorter rips this one in the left field. Jeva on his way home. Shorter going to pick up an RBI. Throw goes to Comperta at shortstop, and it's 14-6.
Man, Austin Jeva can really run. He cranked up the wheels coming around third base.
Now batting for the Dukes, left fielder, number 19,
Shorter also
Jackson
slapped the
Bowie.
ball to left field for his first knock of the day.
One of those situations. You hit it too hard, you can't plate the run there,
I
but
know.
Jeva came flying. Even though Shorter ripped that one. Now Jackson Bowie, the batter, and that's going to hit him in the back.
Right in the back.
So he heads over to first base. Moving to second will be Shorter. And now Jack Kaminsky, the batter. He's 0 for 3 today. Becerra talks
Now
to
batting for the Dukes,
Johnson,
shortstop,
just calming him
number
down.
2, Jack Kaminsky.
Now Cam looks to get his first hit of the day. See what he's got here. Johnson coming set. Kaminsky takes strike 1. Pitch just clipping the outside edge of the zone. Johnson checks on Shorter at second. Comes set, the 0-1 on the way. Kaminsky lifts this into right field, a base hit. Shorter around third. He's coming home. The throw will be cut off, and Shorter scores. Jack Kaminsky delivers an RBI base hit, and the Dukes are up 9. 15-6 your score.
It's not a bad piece of hitting there. He was able to extend his arms outside just to get it over the
Up to the plate
infielders
for the
and
Dukes,
found a gap in
baseman
between the
number
second and first
27,
baseman.
Sean
Bowie moving station to station. He's
Schmacher.
at second. Now Sean Schmacher, the batter. Colby Baird on deck. First pitch, Schmacher takes it. And this one out of the glove, no throw to third. He lost the ball. So Kaminsky to second and Bowie to third. Takes away the force out. Still nobody out. Ball in play here from Schmacher. Should score 1. Assuming he hits it on the ground to the right side. Base hit will plate 2. Just need 1 to put the Dukes back up in the double-digit category. Schmacher takes a good one. Look to be down the middle for strike 1.
Third baseman almost playing in a little bit. Looks like he's playing the bunt.
Probably not going to see that, especially considering the guy batting is someone that doesn't really get too many at-bats. Mainly used as a pitcher. 2-1 the count. Johnson coming set. 2-1 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So 3-1 is the count. Gets the sign, comes set. Here's the pitch. Schmacher on the ground. This is going to plate one. Throw over to first is in time. Schmacher does his job, putting the Dukes back up 10. It's 16-6. Kaminsky over to third, and now Colby Baird. Man 90 feet away from scoring, and then one out.
Number 20, Colby Baird.
Schmacher with the RBI there. So Kaminsky on third base. Baird back up the bat. He's 1 for 2, lined out to center field his last time up. But bat on 2 barrels today, and taps this one up the middle. Gonna look him back. Kaminsky's now gonna break for home. Throw home is gonna be in time. I thought he got a hand on that, and that's the best view we're gonna get, Brennen. I mean, we have a perfect view. Looked like he got a hand on it. Nonetheless, Kaminsky's called out, but the Dukes go back on 10, and it's up to Nate Rickenbrode to try and end this one an inning early. 16-6 ball game right now here on York Sports Network. Here at the bottom of the 6th inning, it's going to be Logan Comperta.
Shortstop number 14, Logan Comperta.
First pitch, lifted in the air, right field. Papadopoulos there. Underneath it, and he makes the catch. So 1 away. And Joshua Fuentes, the batter. Fuentes doubled his last time up.
They hit a real hard ball to right center.
Yeah, it took Jack Hansman out the game. It's been Kimbrode steering the ship ever since. Good looking pitch there. No idea where that missed. Wish I could be of better help, but that looked like it was right there. So 1-0 the count. Kimbrode comes set. Goes slider that time. It's in there for a strike.
That's a great slider right there. A lot of movement on it, and is able to put it over the plate.
Kimbrode comes set. The 1-1 on the way is a slider in the dirt. Ball 2. Gets his sign, comes set. The 2-1 delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 2. balls, 2 strikes. Coming set. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, so Fuentes stays alive. Two and two. Dimitri Johnson on deck. Kimbrough comes set. Ooh, just missing. Good take there from Johnson. Count now 3 and 2. Called strike 3. Absolutely painted. What a pitch there from Rickenbrode. Gets yet another strikeout. His fourth. Yes, his 4th strikeout of the day.
Dukes are just 1 out away from ending this game a bit early, and
Now batting for the Panthers,
we still have no field umpire.
pitcher number 17.
He's gone.
He's out of here.
Maybe Coach Mondo was right. Maybe the field umpire did have a hot date. 16-6, Dukes 1 out away from staying perfect in conference play. Rickenbrode starts it off with a ball to Dimitri Johnson. 1 for 2 today. Reached on an infield single his last time up. He walked his first at bat. He's also reached on an error, so he's been on base all 3 times today. Comes right back with a nice fastball in there for strike 1. Comes set in there, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes the count. 1 strike away from putting this away. Rickenbrode comes set. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll do it. Rickenbrode collects strikeout number 5. And the final in this one, 16-6. The Dukes stay perfect in conference play. And they've won officially won their first conference series by sweeping them.
York Dukes 16.
So the first conference series of the year, believe it or not, even though they're already on their 3rd, comes to a close. Brennan, any closing thoughts?
The Dukes will travel to
I thought they played a great game today.
In game 3 of their 3-game series.
Not much to say. I mean, pretty sound all around. Not any bad errors, nothing too costly. And, yeah, they just kept it a pretty clean game, hit the ball well. And if you're going to do that, if you do all those combined, you're going to win some ball games.
Well, that sums it up just about perfectly. 16-6 your final score here in Elmhurst. The Dukes still undefeated and sit atop the West Suburban Silver Conference. The Dukes travel to Lyons Township tomorrow to wrap up their series against LT as they look to be crowned champions of the WSC. Alongside Brendan Blanchett, I've been Connor Choi. We thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and go Dukes.